And do you think you've had good links with the schools and good communication about everything?
Yeah, we speak regularly. I do have not an issue, but with the money the school gets for Lucy now, it's changed over. It went from 12 and a half, I think, hours to 17 and a half hours, where before she was getting swimming and other stuff which would benefit her, and she could see it. I just wondered what you're actually doing with that, because I'm not sure. When Lucy comes back and says, I haven't seen anyone today, I'm just worried that, you know, I know the school gets the money for Lucy. I was just wondering, so I can say to her, you know, this is what you're getting for it, because before she could see the things, you've got swimming with this money, you've got creative stuff because arts and crafts, and, you know, she had a laptop, you know, it's, you know, what else? She needs to see it, so what can I tell her? What can I say to her?
I think that's a really fair point, that it needs to be communicated to Alice as to how she is being supported. And I think we've got a different approach to pupil premium grant funding than the historic
I know
way that it's changed. There has been a change. And we're tasked to use that funding with the specific aim of addressing the learning needs that Alice has. So if we look at her attainment levels and moving on to that bit, there's been an improvement. End of Key Stage 1. I mean, Alice is in Year 3 now, so she's just coming out of Key Stage 1 and is 2 terms out of Key Stage 1 levels. And she did get a lower level for writing than we would have liked. She was below age-related expectations. There were lots of reasons for that. And in English in general, you know, she was below. Would have liked to have been 2B at that particular stage, and she was 1A. There's been a movement up with that, and the strategies that we've put in place and the use of the funding has been to support some of those academic strategies. And there's been writing programmes, but particular focus on writing, because that was her weakest area in literacy. And so the things that we've put in place have been support that have helped her with that. That's meant that the school action plus that Alice has, with additional involvement of other professionals, gave us the opportunity of funding 12.5 hours support. She's now able to have 17.5 hours, and the extra hours go into particularly a writing programme, but it's also helped to fund the maths programmes that we've had in place, and those have been, I think, some of the reason behind having a greater engagement in maths. It's not just around the funding of hours as well. We've sought advice from experts and people who, we've got an AST in maths who's come in, and we've brought in an AST to support them. An AST is an advanced skills teacher, and they've supported Alice's teacher. Not just, Alice isn't the only person to benefit from that, but Alice has particularly, because it's been pupils at Alice's attainment range who were below age-related expectations, who needed a boost, and so that advanced skills teacher has produced some resources, provided some advice and guidance for that teacher on how to bring and accelerate the progress. We've started to see some movement in Alice's levels as a result of that work, but that's how the funding has been to improve
If
those.
I could tell Lucy that, then she'll be like, because she just didn't understand how she wasn't getting in stuff that she could see, so that's really good that I know that now, so I can let her know.